Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. For this video presentation, we are going to explain about halal, kosher, and vegetarian. I am Muhammad KAMARUDDIN bin ABDUL RAHMAN as one of the presenters for this presentation.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad AKMAL and I'm also one of the presenter to present about this presentation.
I'm going to explain about the fraud cases that have happened involving halal certification and kosher certification over the past few years. Two men from Peterborough, Mahmudur Rahman and Kamal Rahman, were found guilty of fraud. They sold over 100 tons of turkey mince, falsely claiming it was halal lamb to butchers and restaurants across the United Kingdom. The fraud lasted 21 months and they used fake halal certificates to trick buyers. They earned around 300,000 to 400,000 pounds from the scam. The case was discovered in 2013 during routine meat testing after the horse meat scandal. Both men were convicted, and this highlights the importance of honest food labeling and proper halal certification. In 2012, they sold over 88,000 pounds of regular meat, falsely labeled as kosher, to Jewish customers, school and nursing homes. Akiwa confessed that he started this scheme to avoid bankruptcy. He purchased meat from a discount supermarket, removed certain parts, washed it in salt water and labeled it as kosher. The fraud was uncovered when authorities noticed that their shop was selling more meat than it was purchasing. Both men expressed deep regret. Akiwa apologized to those whose religious beliefs were violated, and Leslie stated that he was too afraid to reveal the truth earlier. This case highlights the importance of trust and integrity in food labeling, especially concerning religious dietary laws.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is HANISAH, JAZILAH, AZIZAH binti BAHRIN, and I'm also one of the presenters. We'll be presenting about the dietary law restriction on halal and kosher. We will start off with halal dietary law restriction. In Islam, there are several restrictions when it comes to the consumption of the Muslim, which some of them are alcohol, pig, dead animals, and blood. For the alcohol, it has been stated so many times in the Quran and the Hadith in regards to its prohibition, and we all know there is nothing good comes from drinking alcohol but health risks, social issues, and other problems in relation to it. Pig, infamous for its prohibition in Islam. As such, it is considered to be impure or najis mughalazah. Therefore, every inch of it is not halal to be consumed. Last but not least, dead animals and blood is considered to be filthy and harmful, as it is a medium for the growth of harmful microorganisms like Salmonella bacteria. Continuing to the next part, which is kosher dietary law restriction. Unlike halal dietary restriction, kosher is more stricter than halal when it comes to their dietary law. As you can see from here, animal with one or no trait of kosher, which is split hoof and shoulder cut, cannot be consumed. The meaning of shoulder cut can be referred to as ruminant animal, such as cow and sheep. In this case, camel may shoulder cut, but their hooves are not split. And for pig, they have split hoof but don't shoulder cut. Therefore, this animal cannot be consumed. It is also prohibits the mixture of milk with meat because in Jew, it is similar to cooking a child in its mother's milk. Next, it restricts the consumption of aquatic animal with no fins and scales, like clams and shrimp, as it is considered to be impure and shall not be eaten. Last but not least, dead animals and blood. Similar with halal, it is also considered these two as filthy and harmful for consumption.
The culture and social influence of kosher and halal. While both terms refer to the dietary laws in the Islam and Judaism, they are present much more than just is allowed or forbidden. They are reflected a way of life, identity, and a value deeply connected to the faith and the culture. Now I want to tell you about what is halal and what is the kosher. In Islam, halal means permissible according to the Syariah law, not include only for food but also behavior, clothing and lifestyle. Judaism, kosher refer to a food that compiles with a kashrut law found in the Torah, both of system and religious dietary code that promote discipline, ethic and cleanliness. For halal and kosher diets are central to religious and culture practice. As for Muslim, halal food is essential during Ramadan, Eid and daily meals. It a symbol of submission to Allah. As for Jews, kosher food plays a vital role during a Sabbath, Passover and other holidays. In both culture, food is not just a physical but it also a spiritual and communal. Social influence, both dietary law influence social relationship and create a strong community bonds. Eating halal or kosher food together build a trust and unity. They also impact to the modern society, restaurant, airlines and supermarket. Now offer a certified product to respect this practice. Social media has amplified the awareness with the influence to the chef and youth advocating the ethical of eating. There were recently in global development, there were four. One is European slaughter bans, which is several of European countries that include Belgium and Poland have implemented the bans on ritual slaughter without a priori stunning. Citing the animal welfare concern, this has raised the debates about the religious freedom for the Muslim and the Jewish communities. The second is the Indian halal certification bans. In Uttar Pradesh, the government banned the halal certified products, arguing that unauthorized certification create a confusion. Critics view this as a move that marginalize the Muslim practice. The third is Malaysian halal certified controversies. One of the incidents that happened, like a sales of ham and cheese sandwich, which is had a halal logo that sparked the public outcry, leading to the stricter enforcement by the authorities to maintain the integrity of the halal certification. And the fourth is Illinois inclusive meals policy that was in US. Illinois passed the legislation requirement the state fund the institution to provide the halal and kosher meal upon the request, promoting the inclusivity for the Muslim and the Jewish communities. Religious freedom. Religious freedom is a legislative action that affecting the dietary law that can perceive as infringing upon the religious freedom that leading to the social tension. Second is the economic impact. Economic impacts is a ban on the controversies and affect the business involved in halal and the kosher food production, also impacting the livelihood and the economies. The third is social cohesion. This is inclusive policies like those in the Illinois that can promote harmony while restrictive measure that can may lead to the marginalization of the minority communities.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur AMIRA with ZULKEPLY. So today I want to present about health and nutrient regarding to halal and kosher.
Health and nutrient according to halal and kosher. So the first one is about halal. There are four. First one is hygienic practice. Halal food production places a strong emphasis on cleanliness and hygiene throughout the entire process, including searching cleanliness of facilities and equipment and the handling and distribution of food items. Next, prohibition of harmful substances. Halal dietary guidelines forbid the consumption of substances deemed harmful to human health such as alcohol and pork. And then animal welfare. A crucial principle of halal food production and the human treatment of animals is one of its care foundation. Halal food production requires slaughtering animals in a specific manner known as sabiha. And then the last one is nutritional value. Halal food, especially those sources from permissible and natural sources, have a high nutritional value. Islamic dietary regulation promote the eating of fresh fruit and vegetarian cereals, lean meat, and dairy products in a balanced amount.